Welcome back to Pop Culture Roll Call, the show where our hosts are watching The Magicians by only viewing the scenes that their character is present for. This is Season 5, Episode 4, Magicians Anonymous.
Welcome back to an episode of Pop Culture Roll Call. I'm your host, Mike. We'll watch everything from the point of view of Penny. To left me, as always.
It's Sasha, and I watch everything from the point of view of Margot.
In front of me, as always.
It's Colin. I watch everything from the point of view of Elliot, as always.
Right here, right now.
Hey, it's Brian. I watch Josh, I guess.
You guess.
The conviction.
I got nothing this
It's a
week.
lot of comments.
Why are you even here?
I'm on vacation.
Oh, like full ass didn't have anything. Like
Yeah.
actually nothing.
You didn't even bring your vacation hat. You didn't even bring your vacation
Puzzles.
blanket. Like nothing?
How do we not? We literally, you just got freed from like a 300-year time death prison 2 episodes
and that
ago.
was the only plot line I had going, I guess.
Well, I mean, kind of, because we kind of broke up, maybe.
Yeah.
We need to figure out like activities to do for people that have vacations, so they're not just coasting.
Oh no, I'm not
Like
gonna
a
say
puzzle
that.
or like they barbecue for us.
You know, I'm the one like turning the knobs because
That's
James
true, he
isn't
is
here,
one.
so I am.
Creeping in the background often.
Yeah.
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 I will say I'm not going to agree to this because I feel like we're slowly approaching the next season where I'm going to have a lot of time off. So actually, I'm gonna.
Wow. You know, now that you mentioned raising the tax for the rich, I got a promotion, so maybe we slow that down.
Don't put that evil on me.
I'm just
Anyway. But I also just got credits to start, so.
I also
I
just got credits to start.
Right.
Okay.
Mind
Snakes on a plane.
That would have blown Henry's whole world up. My toddler would have fucking ate that up.
Just snake
Snakes?
sounds?
He likes snake sounds, yeah. He's a big fan of snake sounds. He makes his hand
Snakes
a
are
snake.
like a F tier animal sound.
That's wild.
Really?
Maybe D tier.
That's insane.
Before we start, how much
Everyone
time
can
do we
do
all
it.
got?
Yeah, how much of this
There's something to be said for
just
accessibility.
do
Oh,
we
sorry.
got?
What's up? What are we talking about?
I have 8 minutes.
7. So
Oh,
no.
like 7 or 8.
Oh,
yeah,
we got
yeah,
a couple minutes
No,
of
we're
snake
all
material.
Oh yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
We got zeros
I mean-
and 7s.
Yeah,
Judging
I
by
think-
the last few episodes, do you guys have any of the same minutes?
Nope.
Very.
No, not really.
Okay, anytime we need a break, we're just gonna come back to you for bad takes on snakes. Bad
bad
snake
takes
takes.
on
You can come
animal
back to me and
sounds.
I'll tier another animal
That's
sound.
snake sounds are S.
No,
F tier?
I'll give him D.
That's insane.
I gotta we gotta keep asking because
Okay.
I need to know what is
What's
like
S
so
tier?
so astronomically
Oh, a
above.
good monkey sound is S tier.
Oh,
You
nice.
shouldn't have given that for
Yeah,
free.
you threw it out so early.
Yeah.
You know what?
He
James
just
got
asked.
it.
Paywall.
Paywall. Bleep that.
Pay us $19 and you
Yeah,
find out
only patrons.
S tier animal sounds.
Only the
This
Patreon
week on
subscribers.
S-tier animal sounds. I've had an energy drink. I'm in my own episode.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
I'll start.
I don't
Go
fucking
ahead.
see you. I don't know what you're up to.
Listen. I'm with Julia and Alice. And we're talking about the harmonic convergence. So like the bad thing that, we're all going to die. And
The 300-year thing that
we
we're
paid a
dealing
data
with.
analyst to like find this out for us. And the problem is we now know about it, but essentially we know enough to be useless. It's like, the carburetor needs to be repaired.
That's very fair point.
Yep.
That's like me. That legitimately, I'm glad you said carburetor because that's like me with all vehicle stuff. Is like I grew up around a lot of people who are very good at vehicles, and I heard them talk about it, and I know enough to open the hood of a car and point at things kind of accurately, but then not feel confident in actually doing anything about it.
Is it the carburetor? I always ask that. Like, I think I know.
Is
It's
it the carburetor?
right?
So, not to be like somebody who owns an electric car will tell you that they have an electric car, but I will say by changing my car to basically a computer, much easier for me. I know what's
Sure,
going on
you guys
more.
got that shit figured out.
And just like a computer, if it stops working, you throw it out and get a new one.
Battery make it go. Battery sit there. What else do you need to know?
I'll take your car blue screens.
Can you play Quake on your car?
I bet you
You could probably
absolutely
play
could.
Quake on your
You
car.
probably have to jailbreak it, but yeah.
Jailbreak a car. It's a wild sentence. And so it's essentially like, okay, maybe we find someone who knows the big picture because we just know enough to know it's a thing. And we find someone, and Alice is like, find. Looking at Julia, Julia's like, summon someone. And I'm like, summon a god? And we're not summoning a god. We're not doing this again.
Not again. We
You
need to
gotta
stop
be
fucking
kidding me,
around with
guys.
gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe just summoning as a whole off the table.
That's true. Yeah.
Um,
Doesn't tend to go well.
and there's Alice is throwing out like maybe the library has some information, And that's when I'm starting to deal with my issues with the patch again. And essentially the signal I'm getting is just stronger. I'm just really struggling with the sound. The patch is only doing so much. And I'm going to go off and deal with this. Don't summon anything till I get back. Just wait. Just let's put a pause in summoning until I fix this thing. And Julie's like, let me know if things get weird. I do the same. Tell me the same. We have a little kiss, and then I travel out.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Like, because honestly, our number one defense against like gods, it has been your traveling ability.
Yeah.
Literally both times.
So we gotta fix this thing.
Gotta make it work.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we're back in Fillory.
Yeah, we're back in Fillory. I start out the episode actually in the Dark King's private chambers, so that's a lot of fun. So I'm talking to him. I call him well, not yet. Calm down. So I'm calling, doing the whole like you buried the lead on who you are kind of thing, and he's like, okay, and he's like getting fitted for some like robe or whatever. There's like a couple different peons, just like folks hanging out, and he like kind of dismisses them after saying that he needs like change the lining on one of his like royal jackets, and he's not being like, and again to give the vibe checks on the Dark King because that's an important context that we actually talk about here a little bit too. Like he's being kingly, but he's not being a dick to like the people below him. Like the people that are working with him, he's like, no, I don't like that. Like I want to change the fabric, like change out the lining. But he's not like, you imbecile, and like backhanding. Yeah, he's not
like I don't know, storybook evil.
No.
Right?
He's not
Lord
giving
Farquaad.
No,
Yeah.
he's
What's
not.
this guy look like
vibes.
again?
Hot. I saw him too.
Yeah, like a blonde, like
Okay.
That's why I said
he's got like a celebrity like old who am I looking for? He's got like
he feels like a more like grizzled Anderson Cooper. Like
Okay.
that kind of like he's like
So like
and
like Zaddy.
yes.
Okay.
yeah, big zaddy energy.
Little Z
for sure.
Yes. He doesn't. I'm not saying he looks like Anderson Cooper. I just mean like
Yeah.
the vibes are there.
And so he kind of dismisses them, and we're having this kind of like conversation that's not a conversation about how he's really good at. He's wondering where I got so good at magic. I'm like I picked it up here and there, and he knows that I'm not. You can tell he knows I'm not telling him the whole story, but he's not overly prying. He doesn't seem overly suspicious. He's like, well, there's some space in my court for a court wizard. Like you could come work for me, like train some other wizards. Like we need good magic users here. We have obviously the encroaching threat of the takers, and like I don't know how to do the taker killing magic that he can do, but he's like, I'll teach you, and you can teach other people. Like the more the merrier, kind of a deal. But
I'm assuming it's coming off as like, not that he doesn't know that you might be up to something more. It's just that like he's confident enough to be able to suss out whatever you're gonna like. If you're gonna backstab him, he's not gonna be caught blindsided by you.
No, and I think he's trying to. I do think he's trying to suss out whether or not I have like ulterior motives. I'm being cagey because and we talk about it here in a second. Like, am I being cagey because he's the king? Mm-hmm. Am I being cagey because I'm attracted to him and he's the king and that's a big power dynamic thing? Mm-hmm. Am I being cagey because I have like a secret that's not a threat to him, but it's a secret that might feel like it's a threat to me if he takes it the wrong way, and I don't want him to, and I want to like feel it out. Like,
sure,
he's like trying to suss that, but he doesn't. You don't get the sense he's like, keep your enemies closer. Is not really the vibe that I'm getting. So he dismisses everybody else, and he tells me once they leave, he's like, hey, whenever it's just us, like you can call me, and I'm pretty sure it's Sep. Do you hear it later? His name?
No, I do not hear his name.
I guess he wouldn't tell you. He's probably my lord to you or whatever. I think Sep. I like put in both my earbuds and turned up the volume all the way, and I couldn't tell if it was like Seth or Set or Sep, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna say Sep, but regardless. And he says, and I'm like, okay, well, it's nice to know that you like are, just kind of a person, not a king. And he's like, yeah, sometimes whenever like I'm alone and there's a little bit more quiet time, it's nice to kind of just like be myself. That's why like on the mountain, I didn't tell you who I was. Like sometimes it's nice to just kind of like be a person and not have, and Elliot kind of cuts in. He's like, not have the constant like weight of expectation hanging over you every minute of every day. And he's like, yeah,
big
that's pretty
Princess
wise.
Jasmine energy.
Big Princess Jasmine energy. And Elliot had that too.
Right. It's literally what Elliot's like arc. Yeah.
And that's another moment where he kind of looks at me and is like, you said that pretty fast. And doesn't like ask a bunch of clarifying questions, but
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And that's the end of that. And then I'm walking with Margot in the hallway, the next scene. And you're a Centurion now?
Yeah, that was the fight from last episode.
Yeah.
What we were fighting to be.
Right. I didn't have any of that.
Centurion.
Centurion. I knew you had that fight. I forgot what it was for.
Ooh.
I do not.
She-turian.
Centurion.
She-turian.
No. Anyway.
What, you're rewriting her story?
Basically, Margot's conversation with Elliot is like, I need you to lock in. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care that he's hot. I need you to lock in. This
Eyes
is
up.
the dark.
Eyes up.
Like, really, that is the energy.
I'm glad you know what he is.
Yeah.
It is actually pretty cute that it's like the first scene is like Margot steps in for is literally the audience surrogate, which is like, don't fall for
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah,
like,
don't do
that's
it, don't
what
do it,
she's
don't
We
do
doing.
it.
can't have sex with a bad guy. We cannot do this again.
Not again.
And Elliot's point is like, he doesn't seem like, and Elliot is, chiding, like playing with it a little bit. He's not like actually being defensive,
Yeah,
but I was
yeah.
like, he doesn't seem like a bad, like he's not doing anything. He's like a bad guy.
Right.
And Margot's like, he's called the Dark King. And Elliot's like, you were called Margot the Destroyer, which I think is a fair point.
Margot is
Can't
like,
pick your titles.
Margot comes back with the best, which is just like, I was a woman ruling in a patriarchy. I had to be overkill.
Gotta swing strong.
And that was I was like, also good point.
Yeah. But we're both on the same page that like my first job before we decide that he is a lovable, fuckable, good ruler king that we're not actually going to mess around with.
Yeah.
I need to like get close enough to understand his motives. And if he's a sociopathic bastard, knife in the back. If he's just kind of like a dude with a like history gave him a name and he's ultimately like probably the best for Fillory, then we can like reassess
Yeah.
what we're up to here.
And so Margot's gonna go talk to the other Centurions to see like what are the other people saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
What are their perspectives?
5 check.
Yeah. Brian, horse noises.
Oh, those are like C tier.
Yeah,
They're
I
the
knew
most
it.
average. They're the most
You
average.
can't. I don't understand how people trust horses.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Oh, I don't trust horses either.
You don't think that little like is like a good?
Oh no, I'm not saying it's a good sound.
Yeah, but
good
there's
sound.
better.
It's a
There's
sound I
better
don't
ones.
trust.
Yeah, that's true. There are better ones. Anyway,
it's menacing.
Yeah, most animals are menacing.
It's also harder to do without a good payoff. Yeah.
that was a mid one. That was a C tier one. Mine B tier. Mike's C tier.
I vote nay.
You knew it was happening.
Yup.
Everyone knew it was happening.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we only got one out
Wait,
of it.
why the long face?
Go on, please, just go.
Man, lead a horse to water. We're at the physical kid's cottage with the student who kind of kick-started my whole problem with headaches, Merritt. And it's now hitting her harder. Like she's now dealing with it more.
Oh, this is the gal who had the same thing whenever you went to the special
We went on like a little field
Enchanted
trip.
Valley
Yeah.
field trip thing. With
And
the,
I logged in
Yeah.
and was like, ah. And she's like, I'm actually starting to hear, and I finished her sentence like a voice. And she's like, you too? Okay, so there's some voice in this sound, whatever it is.
Okay.
And she's like, well, not, she's like, kind of, I can't make out words, at least not ones I can understand. And while we're talking about this, so I'm tutting to create a new patch. And she's like, is this for me? I'm like, no. The problem with the first patch was it was a deflector and the signal was getting bounced off, but I was getting hit by the reverb. This one should absorb all the sound and kill it. So I'm going to try it first. And if it's good, we'll figure out something to put together for you. We get a gross, like squelching sound because it's like, I think like needles in.
you.
So I take the new one off, or the old one off, put the new one in. Kind of better. And then travel without warning, pop up in a different side of the room, look confused and like panic. My head's bleeding. So it didn't help.
No. Made it worse.
Made it worse.
Yeah.
Made it worse.
So I'm sorry. So the patch isn't working? I thought it was.
It was working, but now it's getting harder. And even Merritt is like, it's starting to get harder for her too. So the
Okay.
patch V1 was deflecting it,
Yeah.
but with it being stronger, I'm still like, now it's deflecting it, but all the reverb is hitting. Like I was trying to figure out a way to just kill the sound, and not even that will work. So like, we had to upgrade to match its volatility, and it didn't work.
Okay.
And she's like, you need a doctor. We need to figure out what's going on. And then that's that scene.
What kind of possible traveler doctor could exist, considering how few people travel?
Yeah.
That seems
I don't know.
unsolvable.
I feel like we would have interacted with that before this.
right.
We needed a travel doctor a couple times.
I got one tiny little scene that this kind of leads into,
Okay.
which is it's Dean Doctor.
Doctor
Dean.
Yeah,
Whatever her name is.
Oh yes. Oh, okay. So the one from the school.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, we've talked.
She's just
before.
magic doctor, right?
Just magic.
Just general all around magic medicine.
Yeah.
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 And so she's checking on me, and Merritt's like, should we get him to the infirmary? And she's like, what? Around all of the newbies practicing during surges? It's like a meat locker down there when there where the meat's alive until it's not. So it's not put people who barely know what they're doing around someone like Petty. And that's when you start hearing
I would hope that they wouldn't just be killing people in the hospital.
No, it's not the hospital. It's the school.
Sure, a school
They-
hospital.
Yes. No, like they're dying a lot. Like
Well, it's the magical
Dean-
surges.
Yeah, it's
You're
like killing
practicing
them.
magic and then giant spikes of energy.
Sure.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they that's why when he became like it was like during when they were recruiting you, they talked about how like the death rate of the students is insanely high right now.
Okay.
The most people have ever had magic have magic, but with the surges,
Yeah,
it's become
it's too much.
wild.
Right. Literally wild magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I get a loud, sharp pitch, and I'm just like, get Julia. Like, I am struggling.
Oh wow.
And then that's that scene.
Interesting.
Okay.
So
Dark
I'm-
Forest with the Dark King.
Yeah, I'm well right before that, I'm training with the other Centurions. And we're getting a lecture about how like we're the number 2 most important thing because to defend the realm against the takers, because the number 1 is DK, the Dark King. And
Have it your way.
Do they call him DK?
no, I call him DK.
Oh, okay.
That's how I wrote it in my notes.
I was trying to
I
figure
heard
out a
that
way
this
to.
is like a frat bro community of Centurions. They're like, oh, big old DK in the house. Okay.
Dark King is a good name, but it fails upon repetition.
Yeah.
It's a good name for something you say occasionally,
Yeah,
but it's
it's
not
too
a
long.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the 2 words that don't like have any kind of rhyming
Like-
quality to them.
Chopping with DK is a good podcast name.
Yeah,
That's what
but
I'm
then you
saying.
don't say it like 12 times
Yeah.
through the entire podcast.
Yeah.
You just say it at the start.
Yeah.
But anyway, so our job is to protect him because he is immortal, not invulnerable. Okay,
Squishy.
Immortal, not invulnerable. Oh, so he won't die of age, but he can die of sword.
correct.
Great.
And
Squishy.
so Margot's like, so what does that mean for us? And then this guy next to me is like, that we're expendable. So there is like, most people seem to be drinking the lemonade.
Yeah.
And I would say there's like about 10 of us or so. But me, like this one dude, he's not
about dying
feeling
for the
Dark
king.
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like the job for you then. I feel like Centurion to the Dark King, the king's personal guard. If you're not willing to die for the king,
You kind of didn't read the resume,
Yeah.
like the job description.
like
Question,
that.
is this the only job? Like,
I mean, he has got a whole kingdom. I'm assuming there's other jobs. Like,
But I
he's
think
got
of that
citizens. It's
job-
not just White Spire. There's surrounding lands.
I just think
People have
that's very
gigs.
critical to that job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like it's kind of it's probably one of the only jobs where you're regularly expected to die for the king.
Like, what's your job? I have to taste test spirit. Well, I don't drink alcohol. Then that's job's not going to
Probably
work.
not a job for you.
That's not the
Okay.
job for you, man.
Yeah. We'll see.
okay. So,
This is the guy that dies later.
why? yeah.
Okay, kind of figured.
Yeah.
Sucks. I mean, he should have got a different job.
You could have went into.
Spoiler
The
alert. but-
job interview for this job is also like maybe getting maimed.
Yeah, you have to know that going in.
So, we're getting this tour. You can tell this is kind of like day one. New recruits, the guys, like the drill sergeant's trying to scare us. That's the vibes, okay? And then, of course, a scroll comes and the.
Hold, real quick, Brian, squirrel sounds.
No, sorry. I love Squirrel Girl, top tier Marvel hero. Squirrel sounds are like F tier.
I don't even know what
What
they-
are even our squirrel sounds?
like
You know, like
You gotta
chittering.
divorce this man.
I guess everyone does chitter.
He's over here committing hate crimes.
It's just nothing. It's not super fun to do. It's not fun to listen to.
Okay. Anyway, So, I totally lost track of what I was saying.
There's something about
There's
squirrels.
something about a squirrel.
Okay. So it was definitely not about a squirrel. The group that was supposed to escort the king to a mission that he needs to go take care of right now has been delayed. They're caught up in a storm. And who is the only group that can escort the king on his mission? Our group. So gear up, newbies. Like, it's time to go.
Time to go after the king.
The other thing is
I love an entire group of newbies. It's like the only people who could escort the king. That seems like putting the worst people in a bad situation.
that yes. So like
Poor planning.
that's well, yeah, definitely. The king seems like he's the one who's pushing for it, even though it's like a group of new recruits. So anyway,
Because he knows who you are.
I don't think so, but I think it just is. We'll get there.
That's my theory.
So there's also this goblet, this kind of like round thing where it's like a reflecting goblet, and there's like video, and the video as we're watching is DK coming to meet us at the gate.
Yeah.
And when Margot questions this about like, what is this? And they say, this is in every single room of every single house in Fillory. And it's like published everywhere. And the video feed is constant because DK wants his citizens to see him defending the borders from the takers. And so Margot makes a Fox News joke. Like, oh, this is Fox News. And the guy's like, why would anyone trust a Fox? Like, it's like a whole joke.
Classic.
Very cute. Moving on. But yeah, that is, and then they're like, all right, let's go. So then we leave. So like, it is a little seed, I think. Like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
What would you make other than, I guess, maybe if he is involved in the takers and he's used, I mean, that's like a classic trope of like
yeah.
the person in charge manufactures an enemy and then says I'm the only one who can defend you. They did that with the guy who was making
Yeah.
it was a big dragon thing that keeps on coming
I
and eating
still think
everybody.
that's what this is.
I literally still think
Maybe
that's
still
Go
what
back
it
to
is.
the well.
I honestly
it's a
think
good well.
Yeah.
it might be the same guy.
Yeah.
We don't remember what he looked like.
Pretty sure I would have remembered if he had those eyes. I'm pretty sure I would have remembered.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It is 300 years later, just saying. But
That's true.
but yeah, so that's it. That's the end of my scene.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, the next scene is you're out in the woods, and Elliot sees the scene where you're in the woods because I'm watching on the scrying bowl. So I'm in the White Spire Castle, surrounded by like a bunch of like court attendants and like just like workers, and I'm like narrating and talking while watching the Scrying Bowl video feed of you and the Sturian guy defending the king, and he does the whole shebang.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I had no idea you actually like that makes sense. They introduced it and I promptly forgot about it. Didn't even think about that.
I didn't know what I was doing, but it makes sense. You introduced it and then I used it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So like do you see the part where we get surrounded?
Yep. Yeah, you
Okay.
get surrounded by
Yeah.
the
And Margot's
sounds of
eye
breathing. Yeah.
Is how they figure that out. Okay, cool.
Oh, is that it? Because I thought they were like, oh, he's breathing. So like they're in the woods, like 6 centurions and the Dark King, and they're like walking through dark woods, and they're looking for the map maker's house.
Yeah, so there was like a bunch of map makers. We were gonna go save people
Yeah.
that were like probably making maps of the edges of like the Taker territory.
Got
and
it.
we were going to save them because like they needed help.
Right. And then they start to surround, and you just hear like this kind of like general zombie sounds, like
Yeah.
F tier nonsense. And we're like, they're everywhere. Oh my god! And the king like fucks off.
Yeah, he just leaves.
He just like leaves, and that's when red shirt number I don't want to die for my boss one
Yes.
is like, well, he just fucking got out of there. Well, let's get out of here, and dies. Like
Yeah.
immediately just gets like ripped.
I
into
actually
pieces.
think it's okay. Sorry, 2 people died, so he actually dies a little later. So
Oh, he
there
does
is-
a little later. I
yeah.
assumed that was the guy.
That okay. I forgot that guy died too.
Fair enough.
Jeez.
But yeah, so I mean, like I think that we should end there. Let's jump back to you.
Okay.
So I wake up on the couch in the Physical Kids Cottage to see Julia, Dean Doc, and the binder, and then another woman that I don't recognize. And I'm like, hey, man, I feel better. And then I look up and see everyone. I'm like, why do I feel like something really shitty went down? Like, what happened here? And the binder says, like all humans, 23 saw little and knew less. What a strange, sad, and angry, narrow life these humans have stumbled through. He's just being the binder.
Is this just being like... I mean, is the reason we don't have a ton of episode is because the episode was between those two Penny scenes?
I
like,
think
is there a lot of like Julia stuff?
There's some stuff that went on.
Finding the cure or whatever it was.
You'll find out what Julia was up to this episode, but a lot of that, I think this was Julia.
So he's probably referencing the adventure you didn't see.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just like, okay, whatever, binder. Tell me what you did to me. And then the other lady in the room was like, well, I helped you, and now you're going to help me, to the binder. And the binder is like, the binder reminded the goddess he can't be forced to do anything he doesn't wish to. And she's like, oh, honey, I'm not forcing. I just get what I want. And apparently this is the goddess that Julia summoned. You know how I said don't summon a goddess?
She summoned somebody.
Don't summon a goddess?
Oh, summoned a goddess?
That's right.
She summoned a goddess?
Well.
And based off this next line of dialogue, you can tell how it went. The goddess says to her, goodbye, Julia, and for what it's worth, I feel like you made the right decision. Julia's response, for what it's worth, go fuck yourself. And the binder chuckles and they leave. So binder doesn't love the goddess, but now the binder has to go help the goddess with something.
Yeah.
There was some sort of deal made.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm feeling better.
Okay.
I have 2 scenes left.
The goddess helped.
So, back to the force. I'm fighting some takers. And my axes, bad news. Don't work.
Oh, yeah. You do like double shot, 2 of them, and they just get up.
Yeah.
How does an axe not work? It's not like there's a trigger.
You know, it do stab or slice and stuff, but they don't die to that.
They
don't kill them.
So the axe is doing its job, but they're really good.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, they're just zombies. They just get up. This is like, we haven't figured out how to kill them
Gotta
yet.
go for the brain.
That's I think part of it. So, but as like they get up, they kind of get hit by something. It's like really hard to describe his powers.
Force. It's just kind of like a force push, and then they just kind of writhe around for a second.
Yeah, it feels like it's also like burning or stinging or something.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of that long.
Radiant damage?
Maybe.
Well, we know that it's like basically he does magic to them, and then it basically fills their bodies with like an anti-taker, like antigen, like a medicine or a antivirus
like
or something, and then they just kind of like and it just kind of dissolve from inside. It kind of has a similar effect of like the new Alien series, where it's like that black kind of goopy stuff that people dissolve into, but it's a little more smoky, like particle effects.
Smoky goop.
Yeah, smoky goopy. And they just sort of like dissolve into smoky goopy.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
Yep.
To me. And when Margot is like impressed by like how good DK is at like kicking ass basically. But he like collapses into her arms. Yeah. And it takes him like a second as we like walk back to meet up with everybody else. Like
that took a lot out of him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
But he like kind of gets back up by the time we get there, and he's being escorted with the map makers that we saved and the rest of the Centurions, except the drill sergeant is saying me and 2 other guys need to stay. And
I thought he was sending you back with the king.
No, he sent everybody else back with the king.
Except
that's where the video followed, because the king was like leaving out of frame and they were pulling me away. So like the video feed was following the king, but what happened is that like kind of sneakily, like they took 3 Centurions and were like, no, you got to stay here. And like, you need to come inside with me. When we go in, they're kind of moving things around. Like there are a couple people already in there and they're like searching, and Margot's like, what are we looking for? Like kind of not really happy to help, but is going to help. And she's like, are we looking for something? Or he's like, someone, but also something, which I don't like because what Margot sees as she's looking around, and this is the first time I get like actual CGI effect of like Margot's fairy eye.
Yeah.
Because usually she says it and we move
I
on.
see.
But you have
Something.
like a special. It does like a cutaway to
Predator vision.
POV.
Yes.
And
yes.
blah, blah,
Yeah, and it like she
little
can
scan.
see through the wood,
Okay.
like
yeah.
of the floor, and there's somebody under the floor
No.
Like hiding. Okay,
hiding,
sure.
and but then they're doing this, like putting their finger to their lips, like in a shushing motion,
Mm-hmm.
indicating that they can
They
see
know Margot can see them?
Yes.
They notice you noticing them.
Yes.
They can also see through the floor.
They got fairy eyes.
Yeah. The problem is that this guy is like so afraid that he's like moving too much, and he eventually makes a sound, in my opinion, and that's what triggers.
Really shifting plane there.
I'm just saying.
In my opinion,
that was
it
the
his
only
fault.
that was the only thing that made sense, because it like it seemed normal, and then all of a sudden like they were like there's like a noise off camera, so I have to assume that like I don't know. Anyway, so then they pull this person out, and as they pull the person out, it's actually a fairy.
Okay. So that's why they have fairy eyes, because they are a fairy. They're born with them.
And the fairy
Well, maybe
is-
they just saw you kind of looking at them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, otherwise you'd be staring at a table or something, and they're like, oh, they're looking right at me. So they
Yeah.
know.
The fairy, though, staring at me.
Mm-hmm.
Staring at me. Unblinking eye
She knows.
contact. Margot is also staring back, and it is like tense. There's like neither of them move, to the point where the drill sergeant is like, do you two know each other? Like, he immediately gets suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly something is going on here that we don't know about.
I mean, the fairy probably has heard of you. I mean, fairies have long lifespans?
Yes.
So they
Yes.
could just know you.
That is true. And maybe I'm supposed to know who this fairy is.
Sure.
I don't recognize them, but it doesn't mean Margot doesn't.
Yeah.
But when he asks, do you know each other? Margot says, no, of course not. And he's like, okay, well, you won't mind being in charge of its imprisonment.
Mm-hmm.
Pronoun usage chosen by the character. So I am concerned about this. This feels bad. This feels like,
Yeah.
hiding under floors and being rooted out by a military
Uh-huh.
feels bad.
The executive's secret police,
Yeah.
hunting people based on their race.
Yeah.
Weird.
Is this based on some kind of other fantasy? Is this like a Tolkien kind of thing? Is this
I don't know. This
JRR?
sounds completely original.
It does,
and like not
yeah.
based on any sort of like grounded reality.
Brian,
Oh, God.
what about cricket sounds?
Like, D or F? Like, can you make
Okay,
a
fine.
cricket
Give
sound?
me-
Do you know
give-
anybody who can
give
make
me
a
an-
cricket sound that's like any sort of fun
Wait,
to
so we're
hold
doing
on.
people doing the sounds?
Yes.
Well, give me an A tier. How about that? Let's flip this
I
around.
said like a chimpanzee.
Okay, well, another one. We already logged that one. Put it on the board.
Elephant.
Elephant's like maybe a B.
I
put cow in A tier. Because
Cow
it's
is
easy.
actually
fuck
great.
out.
Because
here.
it's easy to do, but there's a nice depth if you get good at it.
because
I actually agree
I
with
think
this.
the easy one is just going moo, but you kind of want to go diaphragm.
Yeah, you can do that.
That's the only one I agreed with.
Yeah, I think you can make an argument for cat, like house cat, to be
Yes, you
A
can
tier
be-
or S tier
you can be
because
very
there's a
good.
large variety there too.
Interesting. Okay.
My
What about
best
your
cat
scene?
impression is just lasagna.
Nice. Yay. Hey, how about that one? What's
that one
here?
good?
What's here's Garfield saying lasagna?
Oh, he's not an animal. He's a cartoon
He's a
character.
person? Fair enough.
Have you seen
He's a person.
Garfield minus Garfield?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's a
very
Where
classic.
they just
funny.
remove all the Garfield text bubbles.
And he looks like he's lost his mind.
Yeah, and it's just
it's
like
awesome.
John Arbuckle drinking dog cum.
Well,
Which one was that?
That actually did happen.
Did it?
Yeah.
When?
In-
Wait, what do you mean it actually
I'll put it in the
happened?
show notes.
What do you mean that actually
if there's ever a
happened?
reason you wanted to
literally-
pay us $39.99,
There's literally
it's for
a
this
Garfield
sweet
comic
content.
where John Arbuckle is at the vet and accidentally drinks.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna
They
keep
put that
going.
in the newspaper?
It's not in the newspaper. Garfield minus Garfield is not in the
No,
newspaper.
No, but this is
regular
like-
ass Garfield, which
with the
had
context,
this in it,
with
Yeah.
was in the newspaper.
Because you only take
Yeah.
Garfield out of Garfield minus Garfield. You don't make up new strips. That's at least I don't think that they do. That's wild. They release those papers on Sundays. That's God's day. You can't just do that. That's illegal.
That's a slight.
Somebody call the secret police.
Stasia?
Anyway,
No.
Stasia, get them out of their house.
Get 'em!
All right.
You are the secret. So once again, physical kit's cottage. And I'm just like, so I take it the god you summoned is not going to save the world for us. Did I track that? And she's like, look, we're going to figure something out. We've got time. And I'm like, there's more, isn't it? There's something else you're not telling me.
Okay.
And Doc Dean is like, anyone else need a drink? Which is a great sign. So she fucking goes to get a drink. And Julia's like, look, the signal was killing you. I did what needed to be done. We didn't have time to be delicate. It was the only way. And before she can finish that sentence, I'm like, she was like, the only way was, I'm like, take away my psychic abilities.
Including traveling?
So we'll get there.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, because I'm not getting Merit's signal anymore or anybody's thoughts in here or anywhere. And I'm like, wow. So this is quiet. This is fucking weird. Like, first time in his life, he just isn't hearing anything. And Julia says, well, you can't travel anymore. And I'm like, technically I can, but it would be like flying a jet blind.
Yeah.
And since I'm not suicidal, and
Basically, no.
yeah. And Julia's like, I'm so sorry, Penny. And I'm like, no, we just settled a really big spiritual argument here. This for sure is instant karma. And Julia's like, no, if there was more time. And I'm like, come on, you gotta appreciate the balance here, the irony. I make a decision for you, you make a decision for me. It's fucking radiant. And Merit comes in and she's like, this all happened because of me. I didn't see this coming. I never thought things were going to get this bad. And I'm like, Merit, what could you have done? Like, none of this is your fault. And she says that she should have told me the truth. And her real name is Plum. Plum Merit Chatwin.
We have a Chatwin at the school and nobody told us?
Be then
No.
secret fourth Chatwin.
Plum?
Maybe
just descendant?
And we're just like,
Yeah, but they're all kids when they died, right? Unless I guess
No.
Jane could have had kids.
Yeah. Also, her brother too.
No, didn't they? Oh, the beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
Or just like a cousin.
Yeah.
But they may not have
Yeah.
been the only kids with the
Would you
last name
rather?
Chatwin.
Would you
Also
rather have
true.
have
That
her
seems more of a
be
stretch,
a
but maybe.
Jane? Would you rather have this be a Jane descendant or a Martin descendant? Like for this, I think it's more interesting if it's a Martin.
I agree. For plot.
I think it's more likely it's going to be Jane.
And Dean Doc is like, wait, what do you mean? Like kids' books? I missed an episode. I don't know if that is a like meta joke of like her trying to make sense of the Chatwins. Like I missed an episode.
Because it's been so long since we talked
Yeah.
about them.
Or have they made a TV series based on?
No idea.
No.
Well, they've making a lot of meta jokes in this episode because
Yeah.
there was also a thing I didn't cut back to where Elliot's watching through the scrying glass whenever Dark King does his like big blast deal and kills all of the takers. He's like, fuck yeah, this is better than Netflix.
Okay.
And he's like, not that you know what that is. And then we had the other like Fox News joke. So
Yeah.
maybe this
Okay.
is just
This
a
is the
meta.
meta one.
I think this might
Oh.
just be a meta episode.
yeah.
Okay.
Margot had another joke which I didn't
Okay.
write down, but was like just a throwaway. That was also a meta joke. Yeah.
Some-
okay.
some-
I think
writer
this
went
is.
wild.
I think
Yeah.
the writers are bored. I think might be what's happening here. I'm fine with meta jokes, but if you have like 5 in one
Someone
episode,
dared them. If
They-
they like, I dare you can't sneak one meta joke in. Like one, I'm gonna sneak
One.
6.
Yeah,
I feel like they've always had some, but they've had more recently.
yeah.
At this point, she's like saying she's sorry. She was terrified and alone, and being here was the first time she felt safe, but she's not. And she talks about being a Chatwin is like being cursed. There are things that are just coming after you always that you don't get to understand. She's like, I don't know what the signal is, but until I know why it's targeting me, but I know why it's targeting me, and I'm gonna figure it out. Or no, I don't know why it's targeting me, but I'm gonna figure it out. And that's when she goes to take her patch off, and we're like, no, bad idea, don't take off your patch. And she takes it off, and she says that I'm right, and then travels somewhere.
You're right about what?
You're right. That it was a bad idea.
That's the only thing I can
Probably.
think
Oh
of.
shit! Hold on to your butts.
But so yeah, we got a Chatwin.
We got a
chat one in the chat.
All right.
Interesting.
Chopping it up with the
I got
chat.
one scene left.
Oh, that's it. Just wrap it up.
I got one. Oh, is that
I'm
it?
done. Unless
Oh,
you,
I have,
do you
I
have
have
one?
another
Yes.
scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know if I have the last scene. It doesn't matter. So I'm in the Dark King's quarters, and he seems really sore, and there's like an attendant like helping put on like a robe and kind of like take off his like battle armor stuff, and he's like sitting down on his bed really gingerly, and I kind of like walk in, and he kind of dismisses the attendant, and I walk over. I was like, hey, just come to see how you're doing. Like, I was watching from the scrying bowl, and like seemed like things got pretty intense out there. And he is just like, he's not really doing the kind of like flirty, or not really doing the like analyzing or trying to suss me out. He seems legitimately like sore and fucking exhausted, and he's like not being rude or telling Elliot to get out, but he like goes, he's like, yeah, he's like, it was a big day, and he like lays down in his bed and just sort of like settles into his bed, and Elliot comes and kind of like sits down next to him, and I was like, so I saw that not all of the centurions returned, so where's and I look over, and he's like asleep already. And I'm like, okay, good night. And I stand up and walk out. That's really it. I told him he was incredible, and then I leave. So yeah, I think I didn't realize Margot didn't come back, but I think that's Elliot knowing Margot didn't come back and is trying to get some insider info about where Margot is. And then dude is so zonked that he passes out before I get there.
Is the last scene?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, one more animal sound. Now that I know people have to make it, what's a good one that people make?
Lion.
It's like a lizard.
No, Ryan's
Lizards
hard.
don't
Lizards
make
don't make sounds.
noises.
They get blep, I guess, is a
Lion?
good one. Yeah.
Lion? I don't know. Lion's like a bee. It's good because it's loud.
Yeah,
That's
it is
true.
loud.
It is a loud
Yeah.
one.
Columbia's doing a lot of the lifting for that one. Or is it Columbia? No, MGM.
Yeah.
MGM.
MGM.
So we're back at the apartment. It's me, Julie, Alice, and the librarian Zelda. So I'm not going to forget that name. If I've heard it before, I definitely forgot it. Not going to forget it now. But we got Zelda.
Green
and-
tunic, little fairy, master sword.
Yeah,
What?
that's
What?
Link.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I hate you. And something apparently happened at the library because Alice is like, well, all the books on everyone are gone for good.
All the books on everyone? What's in the library then?
Yeah, and
Empty
I'm-
shelves.
I have no idea. And I'm like, well, good. Maybe that means actual free will exist now and not any of that predestined shit. And Alice is like, and like this, like Zelda's looking all sad. I'm like, a lot of rewrites. Yeah, so much rewriting to do. Got to get back on top of that. Sorry, it's just been a bad day for everyone. Like, my bad. And Alice says at least the fires drove them out. Something went down. Like, a fire just doesn't start. They got about half the collection.
So
There was some sort of like sacking of the library.
it almost seems like they lit a fire to prevent somebody from taking the library.
Like someone invaded, were taking all the books, and I don't know if it was a purposeful fire to stop them from getting everything or a fire broke out, but at least half of it wasn't taken.
Feels intentional.
And now Zelda's got to go rewrite.
Okay.
And
Wait, I'm sorry. Is this the person that looks like?
Zelda, this is the librarian we've known
Oh, okay.
for
Never
forever.
Mind. Go on.
And Julie says, "Yep, everything on the conversions." So I wonder if it was like a race for information on the conversions.
Oh, sure.
And so this is where I start throwing out names I don't understand. So I'm like, so what do we do now? Do we try and trade with the Visigoths? Like, what do we have that they want?
Huh?
Exactly. And Alice says, well, the Overlord kind of liked me. And Julie's like, off the table. I'm like, what episode did we watch, guys?
All right.
And at this point, Zelda has kind of like walked off and was like just walking through and walking towards the windows. And Zelda...
That's gotta just be like a historical reference joke from a learned librarian that's saying, oh, the Visigoths, like there's a invading like other force thing that we don't know. Like I doubt there's actually a group called the Visigoths in this.
Why not though?
I mean, I guess I don't know why not. It would feel Are they doing a Rome poll? Is that like what they're?
I feel like this was a Julia.
I mean,
Ellis
we also
episode.
have centurions over
That's
there.
fair.
We do.
Or is this? Are we doing Rome? Do we get bored and do 5th season Rome?
Yep. When in Rome.
I don't know my Roman history. Or Visigoth? What?
I mean, I don't know a lot, but the Goths and the Visigoths are, I think, typically like a like northern barbarian to the Romans, northern barbarian tribes, kind of like things that were, raiders of the like Roman integrated lands.
Okay.
I could be very wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Goths, I forget what modern day area of the world, but I'm pretty sure it was
topic.
Hot topic. Yeah.
I was just about to say Visigoth kids.
I hope this is not a slur. I really hope.
No, I mean Visigoth is the name of a group of people.
Okay.
It's not a slur. Visigoths is like
I'm just like,
yeah.
because Roman, and I was
Yeah.
like, is that
Oh,
their
right,
name for them?
Our next
Like,
video is it like so?
we looked
We have an apology to make.
I,
We thought we were being funny.
Gotta apologize to a bunch of people who died 1,000 years ago.
I'm just saying.
And so
I'll
at
make
this
sure
point-
we're not doing a slur.
You make sure we're not doing a slur. I'm gonna keep going. Zella chimes in eventually and is like, "So I read most of the books on the Convergence, enough to know it can be stopped. It's almost impossible, but not complicated."
Okay.
And we're like, "Okay, Zelda, please tell." And she goes, "Oh, of course. Well, all you have to do is move that." And she points out the window to the moon. And we're like, "Move?" And she's Penny, "The fucking moon?" And Alice is like, "Well, at least we know where it is."
That's actually a very cute joke.
Um,
I do like that
yeah.
joke.
So to stop the convergence, we just have to move the moon.
That's rough, buddy.
F's in the chats. That's my episode.
That's
Colin,
what
have we-
are we doing?
Colin, have we slurred?
No, I was right. Yeah, so
slurred?
I'll just read this from the beginning of the Wikipedia so that everyone's on the same page, and I know we didn't slur.
Yeah.
I mean, they might have said it. Like, the Romans might have been like, Vizzies, or like, they might have like shortened something and like made it a slur.
Goth kids.
But
They're so sad.
the Goths, or the Visigoths, which is just a section of the Goths, were Germanic people who played a major role in the fall of the Western Roman Empire and the emergence of medieval Europe. They were from like Lower Danube, Ukraine, Moldova, and Romania.
Got it.
And then they just like defeated the Romans in some like late stage battles during the fall of the
When
Roman
did they
Empire.
set up Hot Topic?
2022.
Because that's when the Goths show up.
Thank you for that, Colin. For
Yeah,
a history
you're welcome.
lesson. I was just sitting here like, I have no idea.
Producer James, can we just get a stamp, like a fiery, like almost like a brand, like no slurs.
No slurs.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
This
But yeah, okay.
is a weird season.
Yeah. Thanks
This-
for a slur-free podcast.
I also was wondering if it was like a space thing.
Yeah.
Like, rather
Space,
than like.
What do you
space
mean?
Goths?
Kind of, yeah. Like.
So
like,
do you think it's just unrelated to the Fillory plotline?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Well.
I just the Visigoths and I mean, if that's what they are, like we're not even sure that's what
They're
we're
so close.
calling
Maybe
them.
just
Or not.
No, but I mean,
Reference
Centurions
to it.
was a thing from Rome,
So
and
we're having two
Visigoths
different-
were a thing from Roman Empire. So yeah,
Also,
Could they just be talking about the fairies?
Or the
Maybe.
takers.
or the Takers,
Or the Tigers?
I mean, if they're more like raiders, kind of a thing, like more the things that go bump in the night, like outside the society, like coming in and like kind of rage wars and
Oh, man. So basically, like, this guy is
Rome.
defending.
Yeah.
Like, so the people who live there, like Fillory place, would want to make sure that he stays there because,
Right.
like, otherwise it's pretty rough out there.
True.
Because their city would get sacked. But also he's kind of committing potential genocide with the fairies. Is that where we're going with the season?
I have no idea.
Maybe. I'm wondering if it's going to be one of those, because it was a little bit interesting that they basically like shepherd the king away. Like they brought him out to kill the monsters
Yeah.
that were not the fairies, and then the guard captain or whatever then is like, hey dude, thanks for doing your thing, you're a great king, everyone saw you, peace, go home, go take a nap. And then they did the racist thing. I'm wondering, and I don't know that, but I'm curious if he is supposed to just be a figurehead where he's like, he is the hot dude with the magic and the cool name who kills the takers, and that is like his like his like I forget. There's a role for this, but it's basically like rule and name only kind of deal.
Puppet.
Like he's like it's like his puppet job.
Yeah.
They do that to like keep the people satiated and let them know that they're being defended. And then there's like a secret cabal underneath that's actually running things, and they're the like this like racist, xenophobic kind of like thing, and they're using him as like a figurehead.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I feel like maybe, but like I feel like everybody involved was like, I don't know, maybe I'm just like devaluing the Centurions, but I'm just like, I feel like everybody in the scene, she makes a joke about how they're red shirts. Like that's the other that's the
Oh, is that
callback,
the other
actually.
one?
That's the other one.
Glad I called it.
Like, and so if they're red shirts, like I feel like everybody's like relatively low level. So like why would like who would be who would like it feels weird that the like guard captain would be doing it without the knowledge of the king, because that feels, I guess, like you're saying, unless you're saying that
it's
he
like
works for somebody else.
Yeah, like the people who, I mean, we don't really get any of the other political intrigue from here, but I'm assuming that there's got to be some other like court folks and like rich people, like moneyed individuals.
Think so.
I mean,
You think?
I think any kingdom, like if you just have one person who's in a seat of power, they can't literally do everything, so you naturally have to like delegate, and those people get very rich filling their own pockets because they know they can get away with it, because they're basically only answerable to the person who put them in power. It's why late stage democracy's fucking spinning the tank. So like I could see that kind of a thing, maybe. I don't even know, but that's there. We might not be getting scenes where it's basically like big shady backroom like cloaked figures talking about the, you know, we got the king's doing what we wanted to do, and like we bought off the guard, so like we control the military arm and he doesn't really recognize it, and we can like do our own aims and means, and no one's going to question us as long as we like keep the people satisfied that their ruler is the big strong magic man. And I don't know. Or you could just be another bastard Nazi fucker. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel
don't
like
know.
you have way more faith in their storyline than I do.
Also, Penny has been nerfed.
Penny's been nerfed.
Penny's just Penny.
For now.
I don't know, man.
This might be he travels once in the final episode while grabbing somebody to like kill them both or whatever.
It's that moment where Nightcrawler, he's like, I gotta see where I'm going. It's like, you got one shot, man.
Yeah.
We need you to do it.
I think you travel one more time in the series.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
You
then
basically pull a Quentin.
No, I mean, it could be like, this is our only chance and you have to do it and you do it successfully, or it could be like, hey, I'm gonna die, I might as well take this person with me type of thing.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be her heroic thing, and then there's gonna be a long pause of like, did he survive it? And he's gonna survive, because then him and Julie end up together. Because we already talked about the like, if we get through this last one, we got to figure this out.
Sure.
All right. On the record, slurs, F tier.
Yeah.
F tier. I'm your host, Mike, signing off. Left me as always.
It's Sasha.
In front of me as always.
It's Colin.
And right here and now.
It's Brian.
We'll see you next time.
Bye forever.
For more information, go to popculturerollcall.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Please subscribe, rate, and review. Our new theme provided by Stephen Rossbach. Find him at StephenRossbach.com for more of his work. Join us next week for another episode of Pop Culture Roll Call.